Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Silvanos HD. If this is your first time here, as always, kindly click on the red subscribe button to subscribe to this channel, and also click on the bell icon for notifications. So whenever I drop new videos, you always stay updated and notified. Don't also forget to follow me on Instagram at MasterBlessed. I really appreciate that. So guys, follow me on Instagram because I'll be doing a giveaway real soon. So I don't want you to miss the giveaway. So Adejanu has queried the source of Obi Cubana's wealth, saying that he's brainwashing the youth and he's trying to mislead the youth and all those kind of stuff. He said, "We can't watch you brainwash youth." Adejanu queries Obi Cubana's source of wealth. Adeyanju on his Twitter page called for caution as he opined that the richest men don't throw money the way it rained at the burial ceremony at Oba, Anambra State. Making reference to Hushpuppi, who showcased his lifestyle on social media before he was arrested in Dubai, Adeyanju warned Cubana and others to stop spraying bundles of Naira notes, to be careful of attracting FBI and EFCC. On his Twitter page, the activist wrote, "This was how some of us kept asking what Hushpuppi was doing, that he was throwing money up and down, but we were called names and insulted. Today he's in an American jail. Even the richest men in the world don't throw money up and down anyhow. Continue attracting FBI and EFCC. Hushpuppi once made several videos mocking me that I am jealous of him, that I should focus on politicians, activism, and allow him enjoy his money. Today, how far? We cannot watch you guys negatively brainwash young people and say nothing. Nobody hates poverty like me, but easy." Adeyanju further advised Nigerians not to be pressured to make money through illegal means like Yahoo, kidnapping, and banditry. Guys, what do you think about what this man is saying? Do you think this man is making sense? You cannot compare Hushpuppi and Obi Cubana. Obi Cubana is a businessman, and Hushpuppi has no business that he's doing, like no public business that he's doing. And I understand what this man is trying to say, because the EFCC doesn't really need any warrants to come and search you these days. The EFCC can just come to your house 2 a.m. in the night, bust your house and pack you. They will not even investigate. They'll just carry you and go, just because they see you using money on social media, like lavishing money on social media. They'll carry you and go and investigate your matter. So I understand where it's coming from, but come on, Obi Cubana is a businessman, and I'm sure for him to do stuff like this on social media, he has a good backup. He has good source of wealth, and I'm sure it's prepared for whatever might come after this. So please leave Obi Cubana alone. Let him enjoy his money. Let him and his friends enjoy his money, because they worked hard for it. Also, lady calls for the release of Hushpuppi as Obi Cubana steals the spotlight. A lady has called out Nigerian billionaire Obi Cubana and his billionaire friends for showing off their wealth. According to the Twitter user identified as Debola Femi, the billionaires are able to steal the spotlight because Hushpuppi is still in prison. She prayed for the release of Hushpuppi so that he can show them the real way to flaunt wealth and spend money in a grand style. "We dey miss you, boss. Now your absence they make all these Igbo people the gas. Make them release you for us. Make you show them as they be on guard." Guys, what do you think about this? Do you think, okay, if Hushpuppi eventually gets released, that Hushpuppi will keep on flaunting money and doing those flashy lifestyle that he used to do? Do you think he will continue doing those kind of stuffs if he eventually gets released? And also, come on, like I said earlier, you can't be comparing Hushpuppi and Obi Cubana, a businessman, and Hushpuppi. Like, they are two different people. So guys, quit all these things you are saying about Hushpuppi. If Hushpuppi was around, Obi Cubana and his friends will not be able to shut down Nigeria, shut down everything. I don't think so, guys. I don't think so, because for Obi Cubana to wait this long, his mother died December 2020, and he waited for like 7 months, maybe 8 months to bury his mother. Come on, you should know Obi Cubana is prepared. But guys, what do you think about this? Let me know what you think about this in the comment section, as always. Still on the Obi Cubana's mom burial, Daddy Freeze tells those criticizing Obi Cubana for having over 300 cows for his mother's burial, telling them to hustle so that another man cow no go turn beef for them. Daddy Freeze has reacted to the amount of criticism Obi Cubana has received for having over 300 cows for his mother's burial. The entrepreneur is currently holding a burial ceremony for his mother, and it has been the talk of the town due to the massive display of wealth and affluence by his close friends and associates. Obi received over 300 cows amongst the various other gifts from dignitaries that were invited to the event. And some social media users feel like it's a little bit over the top. Daddy Freeze, in a reaction, wrote, "I don't know what the issue is with Obi Cubana's 200 cow, when the supposed wisest man that ever lived, Solomon, consumed 30 cows and 11 sheep daily, as in every single day. That's 210 cows and 700 sheep every single week. If he can afford it, why not? Personally, I don't get where all these plenty issues are arising from. If for a whole 40 years, Solomon was king for 40 years, there was literally party every day in Solomon's palace, and it was still considered wise, why are we not questioning the wisdom of our brother who chose to have fun with his friends and family just for a few days? Hustle, so another man's cow no go turn beef for you. Balava." See word. Guys, I think this is a very, very good advice from Daddy Freeze, you know. A very, very, very nice advice for those people saying Obi Cubana is like spending lavishly on funerals. Like, it is money, he can afford it. Let him enjoy his money. Come on. But guys, let me know what you think about this as always in the comment section. I always like to know what you guys think. That's why I always ask you what you think. So let me know what you think about this in the comment section. Lastly, on the update, Reno Mokori said that we should do away with the culture of expensive burials. Fine, let's take a look at the video clip of him talking about everything and explaining everything and what it means. Roll it.
Now, if you are easily offended, I want to warn you, don't watch this, because you're going to be offended, you're going to be provoked, you're going to be angry. You know, now, I want to talk about our culture in Africa. You know, on January 23rd, 2015, it was a Friday. You know, King Abdullah of Saudi Arabia, one of the wealthiest men in the world at that time, according to Forbes, he was in the top 10 wealthiest men on earth. He died and was buried in an unmarked grave. He was just wrapped in a white cloth and buried in an unmarked grave in Riyadh. He was buried, you know, there was no distinction between where he was buried and where maybe a beggar was buried, or maybe a taxi driver. Because, you see, in Islam, they believe, and it's true, that we are all equal at birth and at death, and that it's a way to honor God when we recognize that. So they don't put any significance in burying people. They bury people in the simplest of ways, in the simplest of manners. Their philosophy is spend money on the living, on improving the lot of the needy, of improving the lot of the needy. You know, and that's why it is included in their religion. Because I read the Quran in Arabic. My wife is an Arabic speaker, though she lived in Kuwait for several years. So when I read the Quran, I don't understand anything, I ask her. I've read the Quran cover to cover. You see, and look, I am not a Muslim, but I admire the Islamic way of life. I admire the Islamic way of life. Look at this man. He's what they call in the Arabic world, he's a Sayyid. Now, for those of you who don't know, a Sayyid is a direct descendant of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Now, Prophet Muhammad, I mean, obviously, you know, he lived in the 6th century AD. So this man has had almost 2,000 years of royalty behind him. So this is royalty that goes way back, even further than the British royalty. But look at how the man was buried. And it's not just him, all over the Muslim world, that's how it's done. Whether it's in the Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan, or whether it's in the United Arab Emirates, or whether it's in Iran, you know, they do this. They make sure that they bury in the simplest of ways. And while doing in their lifetime, you know, I mean, even in Africa, King Abdullah, I mean, had spent a considerable amount of money in looking after the poor, in helping countries. Now, so we need to sit back and think about our culture in Africa. You know, it's not just, I mean, a lot of us are Christians. This is not even just Islamic culture. If you look back in scripture, you see that Abraham, the father of all the Abrahamic faiths, when he died, Genesis 25:9, he was buried simply by his sons. Very simply. Moses, when he died, he was buried by God, Deuteronomy 34:6. And till today, nobody knows where he was buried. Now, do you know what that means? That means he was buried in an unmarked grave. You see the similarity between him and King Abdullah? You see, David, a man after God's heart, when he died, His burial was just simple. 1 Kings 2:10. You can read it. It's important because we need to understand that at birth and at death, we are all equal. There is nothing, and this is the thing that, nobody is better and nobody is worse off at death. We are all equal. And so when the material resources of this world, let's use it to help people who are alive, people who are needy, people who are in extreme, I'll give you a very good example. We had cultures in Africa. We can say, okay, yes, this is our culture, this is our culture. We had cultures in Africa where we used to kill twins. In Calabar, in where I'm from, Shakiri, we used to do it. People think it's just only Calabar. No, we used to do it. At other places, they used to kill twins. Not that they killed them, but like when they were born, they just like rejected them and then obviously they died. But that culture was wrong, and so we put it aside. Now, every of our culture that is good, we keep it. But we need to evolve as a people that, okay, when this culture is not unhelpful to our society, then maybe we need to adapt that culture, because culture is dynamic. It's not static. Now, my name is Renan Mokri. I know that I might have ruffled some of your feathers. That's not my intention. I'm just doing this out of love, because I thought about this, to some people who say, oh, yeah, this is jealousy, this is jealousy. People who are speaking like this, they are not all, some of them may be jealous, but they are not all jealous. Someone like me and others who are financially and materially successful, you can't say this is jealousy, but this is love for our own race. Thank you for watching, and God bless you.
Guys, what do you think about everything Reno said? Let me know what you think about this in the comment section, guys. That is all for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to slap a like, click on the red subscribe button to subscribe to this channel, and also click on the bell icon for notifications. Whenever I drop new videos, you're always stay updated and notified. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram with @masterblessed. I really appreciate that. Take care, guys. Stay safe. See you later for another interesting video, and peace.